I get asked this question a lot. And the question I get asked all the time is I'm just starting out. I don't know what to do. I'm confused. Someone tells me to do trading. Someone's telling me to do this. Someone's telling me to do that. Should I start trading? How do I start an agency? How do I do outreach? How do I do this? How do I do that? How do I make my first 5K, 10K, whatever, right? So this is a video for all you guys, right? This is exactly what I would do if I was myself from 2 years ago and I was starting from nothing. This is exactly what I'd fucking do, right? So step one is I'd figure out what skills I have, right? That's super crucial because what is business, right? It's basically you trading your skills or your time for money, right? So you either trade a product of value for money, for example, drop shipping, e-commerce. That's not what I'm into, right? I'm into the service space. So this is where we trade our skills and we trade our time for money, right? So let's say you're exceptional at sales. You can become a closer. You can become an appointment setter. You can become a lead generator, right? You can do cold calls, right? If you're so again, even with okay, so if you're good at sales, that means you're good at communication, right? If you're good at communication, that means you can also work as a CSM, right? You could also start your own agency because you can sell a product. Or sorry, you can sell a service, right? You can sell lead gen because then you could do cold calls for them, but position it as an agency and then hire more callers underneath you and train them to do calls for them, right? So there's many ways that you can actually do it, right? But if I was talking to me from 10 years ago, the first thing I do is I take a piece of paper and write down all the skills that I have. The skills that I personally started off with was editing, social media management, and sales, right? So I picked up the phone and cold called local businesses, right? Don't get so stuck up on the niche that you want to target. Just go local businesses, right? Places where you can actually walk into. And start off with the places that you usually visit. Start off with your interests because you know a lot about that niche. Because the thing is, if you want to specialize and charge high ticket for your services, you need to understand the niche that you're targeting, right? If I go to a dentist, I'm not going to tell him I'm going to book you more appointments and close you more deals. I'm going to tell him I'm going to get you more walk-ins into your dental clinic. I'm going to get you more patients for your highest ticket Invisalign offer, right? Or for your braces or something like that. I'm not going to say I'm going to book you appointments and close high ticket deals, right? That's a very different language that I would use for like med spa clinics, right? I'd increase more walk-ins for your semi-glutide treatments, right? And sell transformation packages instead of Botox treatments, right? So you have to first understand the language that your niche uses. And that's why you want to go with a niche that you like, that you know, right? So I started off by helping out recording studios because I used to make music. And because of that, I understood how artists worked. And the artists are the consumers that the recording studios are targeting. So I understood how the consumers' brains worked, right? So that's the best place to start. If you don't want to start there, you can start anywhere you want, right? Now, there's three things that you need to think about before you start your business. Number one is your offer. So your offer can be super simple, and usually at the start, you want to start with a high risk offer for you, but not for them, right? Pay per lead, simple, right? Or crazy guarantee, right? But don't work for free. Pay per lead or crazy guarantee, right? Number two is outreach. So there's many forms of outreach that you can do. You can do either email, you can do cold DMs, you can do cold calls. I personally started with cold calls. So what I did was I got this app on this plugin on Google Chrome called Instant Data Scraper. It looks like a Pokeball. So I went on to Google Maps and I just typed in recording studios near me. And then I scrolled all the way down until I hit the last recording studio on the list. Used Instant Data Scraper to scrape all of those Google Maps results and then got those numbers and popped them into Go High Level and just used a power dialer to call them up. Or I even started with my fucking phone, right? You can do it however you want to do it, right? So that's step one. And that's offer. Then you have your outreach, and then you have your deliverables. So how do you actually deliver for these clients, right? So you have to learn some sort of delivery, lead generation for them. Easiest way to do it is just Facebook ads, right? If you want to learn how to run Facebook ads, either DM me or check out my old video. But you need to know delivery, right? Delivery is super, super crucial, right? That's what you need the most, right? And the easiest way to deliver is literally go on ChatGPT, right? You don't fucking DM me or anything. I'll send you a ChatGPT for this. I'll send you a GPT bot. But just go on ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT to write you a script, right? Now, what you need to first understand is the pains, the dreams, and of your client's client, right? You need to understand the pains of your client's client, the dreams of your client's client, and their offer. So put that all into GPT. Preferably you want to do this in an onboarding call where you get a lot of information from your client once you've actually closed the client. And then using that information, then you want to pop it into GPT and tell GPT to write up ad scripts for you. Tell your client to record it. Go get an editor for like 20 bucks off Fiverr. Get him to edit it. Pop that into Facebook Ads Manager and run a lead form campaign, or even just run a messenger campaign, right? So then your client deals with all the leads. Now, boom, you got your delivery set, right? Now, at this point, you're probably doing pay per lead, right? So they start getting more leads, they start closing more deals, you start getting paid more, and then you can probably upsell pitch. And then the most important thing to do is once you start getting amazing results, you want to do a client testimonial, right? You want to stack these testimonials for as long as you can, as much as you can. Now, going back to step one, right? I'm giving you guys a game here, right? I just wanted to make this video really quickly because I haven't posted on on YouTube for a minute. Now, number two is you have to understand is mindset is super, super, super crucial, right? As soon as you make your first 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, whatever it may be, and you realize, okay, and remember, track all your fucking metrics, right? So track how many calls it takes to book an appointment, how many appointments does it take to close a deal, right? And then once you figure that out, figure out how much money you make per client, and then use at least 60% of that money to reinvest into your business, right? Now, why do you do this? Is the first person you need to hire is a cold caller. If you're doing cold calls, if you're doing DMs, get an appointment setter. First thing you need to do. And you can also get them on a commission basis, but you have to give them a higher commission. I would honestly recommend paying them like $300, $400 a month, and they do it with super low commissions, right? But if you add a commission on top of that, it's a bit hefty. So if you do it without commissions, then you have to give them at least like 10 to 15%, right? 8 to 15%, right? Depending on the price of your offer, right? But yeah, once you start getting consistent clients in, then you want to hire ASAP. So this is the mindset. You need to give away control, right? And don't think that, bro, you made your first 10K, you're going to fucking blow it. The first 10K I made, I reinvested 7K of that. I blew the fuck out of that 3K. I'm not going to lie, bro. I splashed it at a club, bro. 3K, I literally went to a club and the money was gone, right? But luckily, 7K I still had. I put it back into the business, right? And this time I was still working a job, so I was able to pay my fucking utilities and rent and all of that whatnot. So that's the thing. If you're just starting out, you need to first figure out what skills do you have, right? If you have no skills, then go build those first. Easiest skill to build right now is AI. Go take an AI course on make or go high level automations or something like that, and use that as your offer, right? Auto missed call replies, simple shit. Booking reminders, simple shit. Funnel building with automation, simple shit, right? You go learn that. Go learn a skill that's highly valuable to the market, right? But for that, you need to first do research and understand what exactly your market is missing. That's ICP research. That's also super crucial. But the only way you can get more information on your ICP is by working with more clients, because the more clients that you work with, the more you understand what they need. And then the more clear your offer gets. So don't even worry about a fucking offer. The first thing you should do is just pick up the phone and fucking dial and just tell people that you can get them clients, right? That's it. Getting them clients isn't that hard, right? It really isn't that fucking hard, right? Delivery is not that hard. It's not as hard as you think, right? So if I was starting off, firstly, I'd write down all the skills that I have. Then I'd figure out which one of these skills could I bundle up to actually get results. So you don't want to overdo it for clients as well. You don't want to go to a client and be like, yo, I'm going to do your logo. I'm going to do your website. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. No, bro, fuck that. Like, don't over deliver like that. Only do exactly what's needed to get them results, because if you don't do that, you cannot scale. If you do everything for them, you should be charging at least like $6,000 to $7,000 per month, right? That's how much I charge my clients. I charge them upwards of $10,000 per month if I'm doing everything for them, right? Like logos, designs, whatever the fuck not, but because it's expensive to run a team like that, right? Because I'm not sitting there by myself doing a logo, am I? I'm going to hire a professional who actually knows how to do fucking logos, because I'm going to deliver good results for my clients, right? I'm not going to go do a fucking 10-minute Canva board and build out a fucking logo for my client and sell it to them, right? I'm not going to do that, right? It's a waste of my time. It's a waste of my integrity. So if I want to deliver good results for my clients, I got to have a good team, right? That's the mindset that you need to have there as well. So I know this is a lot of information for someone who's just starting off, and take it however you want to take it. I know I'm babbling on and on and on. I haven't posted on YouTube for a bit, and I like to do these videos where I'm just kind of talking straight to the camera, because I want to do this, right? I've been getting a lot of messages and like, hey man, how do I start? I want to know what to do. I want to do this. I want to do that. So yeah, man, write down your skills, figure out what you can actually deliver on, right? So if you're good at graphic design, you can sell logos, you can sell designs, right? If you're good at editing, you could sell editing, right? If you're good at sales and communications, you can literally start an agency, right? If you're good at websites, you can start a website agency. Step two is the offer. For the offer, you need to do your research. You need to understand the way that your niche talks, right? And in order to do that, what I did personally to understand more about my niche, it's a bit, I don't know if it's like completely legal, but I just called up the businesses. So when I first started off, I wanted to work with executive coaches. So I called up executive coaches in my local area and I just said I was a university student who was doing a survey, right? And they picked up the phone and I just told them like, hey, I'm a university student and I'm doing a survey. They're like, sure thing. And I'm just like, so I just want to know, like, what would you say is your like biggest issue in your business right now? They tell me, it's like, and what would you say is, stopping you from getting to that? And what would you say, what would your dream business look like? If I could wave a magic wand and fix everything, what would your dream business look like that? And then I asked them like, okay, so what's stopping you from going from your pain to your dream? That. Cool. Thank you so much. Boom. Now you have where they are, where they want to go, and what's stopping them. You have all the information you need for a fucking offer right there. So I did it with around 10 to 12 executive coaches. And then I took all that information, I put it to ChatGPT and trained a ChatGPT bot with that information. And I helped it craft me an offer. I helped it craft me scripts. I helped it craft me sales call scripts and fucking everything, right? So it's really that easy, right? You got to take action. Action is the only way that you'll succeed and you'll fucking make it, right? If you don't take action, you're not going to get anywhere. So if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know where to start, shoot me a message, right? I'm not going to fucking give you a full breakdown, right? But I will point you towards the right direction, right? If you want more of my time, you got to pay for it, homie. But, I'm not here to give out charity. I'm here to help, right? I'm not going to do everything for you. Action is required and action is a must. Like, I cannot teach you discipline. I cannot teach you motivation. I can show you the system, and whether you want to run it or not, that's all up to you. I can give you a treadmill, but I can't run on it for you, right? So this is absolute sauce. Like, this is information that I wish someone told me when I first started, right? First thing is delegation, man. As soon as you have enough money, you want to outsource your lead gen and your appointment setting ASAP. Because at the start, what's going to happen is you're going to spend time delivering for clients, right? So you don't want to be spending time acquiring clients and delivering for clients at the same time. You can't do that, bro. Right? And you never want to stop doing client acquisition. You never want to say, okay, I have enough clients now, I'll stop the pipe. You never, ever turn off the tap. Okay? And that's why you need to have a team that's constantly bringing in new leads for you. Right? And you can leverage that same team to bring in more leads for your clients. Right? So these are important skills, man. Communication, team management, leadership, like all these skills you learn as you go. I wasn't perfect at these when I started. Luckily, I was always a quote unquote born leader, but there were other parts where I wasn't good at, like, ego, pride, whatever the fuck, right? But, these are skills that you can work on. You can genuinely develop. How do you become how do you become a better leader? By empathizing, right? You learn empathy. You learn to put yourself in other people's shoes and understand their situations, right? So there's a lot, man. There's a lot. And this is all shit that I wish someone told me, but don't waste time on a fucking logo. Don't waste time on a fucking website. Don't waste time on creating the perfect thing, going on a photo shoot and doing all this bullshit. Pick up the fucking phone and dial, bro. Go to your local store and just talk to the owner. Just ask them what their problems are. Tell them that you'll do shit for free, man. If you have no value to offer, go do it for free and learn. You're not getting, bro, you're just learning for free at that point, right? How much are you spending on your education? Fucking tens of thousands of dollars anyways, bro. So go to your local business and tell them you'll work there for free. And boom, you're literally learning for free at that point. And if they pay you, you're getting paid to learn, G, right? What's better than getting paid to learn, right? So yeah, don't be shy. Just go. Like, dude, like the thing about business is it's more self-development than business itself, right? Like, dude, because of business, I've literally encountered the most shadowy parts of myself. Like literally, because I'm in the service delivery space, right? If I was behind a product, then my face would be behind a product, right? But my face is my personal brand. My face is my business. So there's a lot that I have to deal with. Like this last week, I was actually dealing a lot with trust issues and fucking letting go of control, right? I made Instagram reel about that, and genuinely took me like ages to fix that. And once I did, my team is running so smoothly now, right? I trust my team so much more, and I stopped people pleasing, right? So I've been able to charge way more for my services and hold boundaries, which I wasn't able to do before because I was raised a people pleaser, right? Culture, whatever. But look, man, life, like business and life is so intertwined together. It's unreal. The journey is less about business and it's more about becoming the version of you that can actually handle that level of business, right? Can handle that level of money. Bro, like I look at my bank account now and I see like so many zeros and it doesn't baffle me. But just a few months ago, if I saw even like $9,000 in there, I'd get scared. I'd genuinely feel scared because I'd be like, oh my God, I'm going to fucking lose this. What do I do with this? Like I'd panic, you know? Now I don't. Now I see more zeros than I've ever seen before. And I just another fucking day, bro. Just another fucking day. So you need to become the version of you that can actually hold that amount of cash. You need to become that version of you that can circulate that level of cash. If you have 20K in the bank, what are you going to do? Blow it? Or are you going to keep it? Are you going to invest it? Are you going to put it back in the business? Or are you going to get another course? Do you know what other payments are coming up? Do you know what payment you're going to have to pay in like 10 days, 15 days, 20 days? Money is liquid. It's always circulating. It's always moving. Do you know where your money's flowing? Do you know how often your money flows there? Right? There's a lot to it. So if you want to start a business in the agency space, right now is better than ever. Get into AI, right? Just AI automations for local businesses is probably the fucking easiest thing you can do, man. Oh my God, bro. And it's positioned so well. It's not even proper fucking AI, bro. Like, that's the easiest way to do it. And literally, just get your offer straight. How do you get your offer straight? Call fucking local businesses or walk into local businesses and ask them questions. Simple, for free. Don't. And at the end, you can even pitch them and be like, hey, you know what? I'm actually developing a service that helps that exact type of situation. Would you want like a 14-day free trial? If you'd like it, you can continue and you can pay. But if you don't like it, it's all cool. Excuse me. Number 2 was, I forgot what number 2 was, man. I don't know, but one of them definitely was delivery, right? And delivery is just YouTube videos, bro. It's not that hard, man. Just fucking YouTube videos. So it was offer, lead gen, sales, right? And delivery. So lead gen, obviously, you can't go walk into businesses every day by yourself. Like you just can't do that, right? So having a calling team, having an appointment setting team, which you outsource this stuff to, is crucial as well. So master these 3 things, and this will help you start your business, right? Fuck the logo, fuck the personal branding, fuck all of that, bro. Document your progress too. This is something I wish I did. Hey guys, day 1 of starting a social media agency, blah, 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 blah. You know, like do that. That would be amazing, honestly. That would be great if you could actually do that. But apart from that, man, there's not much else that I can say. This is exactly what I would tell myself from 2 years ago. Don't be scared. The cave that you're afraid to enter holds the treasure that you seek. Always remember that. Use fear as a compass. If you're scared to do it, then just fucking do it, right? And just know that you're not going to get results immediately. You're just not, right? It's just not possible. And when you do things as well, don't forget to enjoy the process, right? Don't make your life so shit, right? Don't make your life so centric around results. Enjoy the process of becoming the next version of yourself, right? So, yeah, man, what do I mean by that is sometimes I just spend the whole day watching TV because I like watching TV. I like movies. I like anime, right? So I'll do that. Fuck it. Why not? I'll smell the roses, right? You're going to burn out, man. And you don't want to hate the path that you're on. I love what I do because I do what I love. If something's not aligned, don't do it. That goes with everything, not just business, even your personal life. But I hope this video helps, right? If you have any more questions, just DM me on Instagram or whatever the fuck. You can check out my other videos as well. It's got a lot of value. But anyways, that's about it. And peace.